mean, the fact that they haven't been bought out by a studio over the years is incredible. And I think if it had been sold in the past, if a studio had taken it, it would have died.
During the 97th Academy Awards, there was a surprise James Bond tribute. Music, dancing, celebrating the history of an icon of cinema. I just felt a cold chill throughout the performance. I looked at it as more of a eulogy. A couple of days before the ceremony, the bombshell dropped. Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson were handing over full control to Amazon. Sent shockwaves throughout the industry and a death rattle throughout the fandom. The funny thing is, the entire tribute happened to honor the careers of Broccoli and Wilson. They received an honorary Oscar at the Governor's Ball in November, so the Academy planned out this tribute, but it was too late to make the changes and the Academy was left holding its dick. When I heard the news of Amazon's control, I felt apathetic. It was inevitable. When Amazon bought MGM for $8.5 billion in 2022, it was only a matter of time before they gained control. We are barreling towards the movie business becoming the hobby of tech billionaires.
Nothing stops this train.
The main reason they bought MGM was for Bond, but Broccoli and Wilson still retained creative control. And so the Bond Wars began. Amazon did as expected, pitched a Marvel-style cinematic universe with movies, TV shows, spin-offs. Are you interested in a Felix Leiter series? How about a Moneypenny spin-off?
Goddamn women drivers!
All of these studios think the same way. They just need some name recognition, no matter how minuscule, so the Neanderthals can drool and point. I know name. I watch. They also threw around the idea of a female 007. Of course they did. You know they were getting moist at the idea of a female James Bond kicking everyone's ass, sleeping around. There were no dry lips in the office that day. It would be the final boss of girl bosses. As much as the studios think fans are idiots, they surely take the dumbest path possible. All these side characters mean nothing without Bond. They work because of Bond. It would just be another spy series without him. We've seen Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Marvel, all been gobbled up by the content machine, just churning out slop with mixed results. And all of these franchises have been diluted by this mindset. Of course, Broccoli refused these pitches, and for the past few years, the franchise has laid dormant. Amazon continued to work on her, hoping to win her over in time, but as relationships grew more hostile, especially after the head of Amazon Studios, Jennifer Salke, referred to Bond as content, shit continued to hit the fan. It had Broccoli looking at Amazon sideways. They were fighting to make the same mistakes as Marvel and Lucasfilm. You know it's hard to save someone from themselves. You would think Amazon would try to be a little more tactful, especially because they know a thing or two about burning money. These are the people that thought it'd be a good idea to turn one of the most interesting characters in Middle-earth into a petulant child. I mean, they really just cannot be trusted after that, but time is an unwavering bitch, and Michael G. Wilson decided to retire, and Barbara would have to deal with Ernest Bezos Blofeld alone. And after Bezos read in the Wall Street Journal that Broccoli referred to Amazon execs as fucking idiots to her friends, he decided to pull out the big dick, threw another billion on the table for the reins of the series, and she accepted it. I can't blame her. I mean, besides the money, can you imagine how bad some of them pitches must have been? The amount of bad ideas she had to sit through, probably enough to send anybody into binge drinking. Broccoli and Wilson got paid, and exited the series with some wins. I meant financial wins. They oversaw one of the most profitable periods in the series. So here we are, facing down the barrel of Amazon's 007. Prime-approved gun barrel. That Moneypenny series is definitely going to happen eventually. We've seen it time and time again. Writers getting their greasy mitts on these beloved franchises that they know nothing about and start changing shit. They change character story to fit their liking. But don't worry, they'll promise to stay faithful to its legacy. I say again, these are the people that approved Rings of Power.
Let it go, knife is.
Anyone in the real world would have been fired after that. It's like a fast food worker taking a steaming shit into the bag before handing it to you. That's a promotion in Hollywood, and they wonder why the industry is running on fumes. If I wanted to be an optimist, I would say that we live in a very different world than when some of these projects were pitched a couple of years ago. I mean, they have to see the industry now. Even the MCU, a juggernaut, is facing an uncertain future. They need to worry about making this first successful James Bond film. That first movie needs to hit. They should focus less on what Amazon's Bond should be and go with what he is. I mean, he's more than just action, girls, gadgets. That's part of it, but Bond is a lifestyle. The classic male fantasy. The perfect archetype. He's cool, resourceful, badass to guys, strong, smooth, and suave to the ladies.
Bond. James Bond.
You're so fucking swung.
It's what made him an icon and withstand the test of time. Personally, I would love to see the series go back to the 60s. I love period pieces, and the spy genre works best in the Cold War. Regardless, you can go in different new directions without changing the character into something he's not. We've also already done the heavy nihilism. Jesus. We need heroes being treated like heroes again. We had Bond falling in love, crying, coming so damn serious. Everything and everyone is so damn sad. He can be taken seriously, but also be exciting. I mean, License to Kill, GoldenEye, perfect example. I do think the Craig era, though, was something that needed to happen to further the franchise, but now I'm ready for something more traditional.
Back to formula.
I prefer going back to the political intrigue of From Russia with Love. Couple big action sequences, but a focus on suspense. You don't have to rely solely on spectacle alone to sell these movies. You can be more effective with smart setups and payoffs. I mean, even in the Craig era, my favorite scene in Casino Royale, possibly the best film, is a damn game of poker. They should let Bond go back to being a damn spy like the Connery era. I mean, we kind of got away from that recently. We need more spying, damn it. Alas, the only thing we can do now is wait and pray there is someone with a shred of sense making decisions. Amazon has made good shows like Reacher, so they aren't completely incompetent. They've even come out and said that Bond will remain British and male, so at least that's a start. Our best hope, honestly, if they can convince Nolan or at least someone of that caliber to come in and set the franchise on the right path. It might only be for one movie, but I'll take the win. I'll at least enjoy a temporary reprieve, because make no mistake, Amazon will eventually strip mine 007 for all it's worth. I mean, we're all used to it at this point. All our favorite shit is bought, repackaged, and exploited. It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Or as they say in Ebonics, we be fucked.
I've said my piece. Thanks for watching.